What's going on, everyone? My name is Dr. Aaron. If you want to cut the doctor part, my name is Aaron Esquibel. I am a guy who has giant aspirations. I'm a husband, a father, a chiropractor. I'm an ex-athlete who wants to eliminate the X, and just somebody that always wants to keep striving for more. I'm the kind of person that's never satisfied, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I love my life how it is, but I always want to keep going farther. That part about me drives my wife crazy. But everything that I do is meant to increase the quality of life for my family. Anybody that knows me knows that I get a little extreme for things. For example, we're training for a half marathon. Next year I want to run a 50-mile race. In 2 years I'd love to run a 100-mile race. I don't just do things a little bit. One thing that I noticed when I opened my practice was the massive amount of influence we could have on our community. I love being a center point for health. That being said, it's impossible for me to overlook the fact that if I grow my social media presence, instead of helping 1,000 or 2,000 people, I could potentially help 1 or 2 million people. And so that's where this vlog is going to start. This isn't exactly going to be a chiropractic vlog. It's not going to be a health and wellness vlog. It's going to be my life. I'm very much an outdoors person. I love having an active family. We have a separate vlogging channel and a blog on itself about camping and adventuring and escaping the modern world that we live in and spending quality time with our family. And this is going to document that as well. The most frustrating thing about me is that I cannot choose one thing and just do it. And I feel like that could be extremely entertaining to all of you. The fun part about it all is you have no idea what I'm going to be doing that day, what I'm going to be interested in, what I'm going to be obsessing over, what kind of projects that I have going, because I don't know what I'm going to do that day. So, welcome to episode number 1 of my vlog. I hope you guys stick with me and enjoy. I can't wait for us to grow this thing so we can not only entertain the heck out of people, but also be a positive influence for those who might need it. And if in the end, we end up teaching a lot of people about health and wellness and we make people healthier and we increase the health of our overall population, well heck yeah, that's a good side effect, right? So that's enough of an intro. I told you I'm a chiropractor. It's Tuesday morning. I see patients at noon. It's time for paperwork. Alright. It's Tuesday. Now that we're done with our morning paperwork, it is time for us to film 2 Minute Tuesday. 2 Minute Tuesday is the weekly show that we put up on our Facebook page for Apex Chiropractic. Our mission as a clinic, besides helping people restore normal structure and then optimizing their function, is to serve as a center point and a foundation for a community of health. 2 Minute Tuesday is our opportunity to put out some information that others might not have heard before, maybe give them some new ideas, or help give them that little bit of push into taking control of their health. These videos aren't just for our current patients. They are for every single person who follows our social. I am a giant Gary Vaynerchuk fan, and with that comes the belief that I should always be over-delivering. My goal is to provide value for our community, no matter if they're a client or a patient or a practice member or not. So 2 Minute Tuesday gives me the opportunity to potentially influence the health of our entire community without them ever having to meet me. Alright, so one of the good things about... Should I turn this light on? Does that look good? Let's check it out. What's up, light? You guys ready for this? Look at this. Quality. Oh! Ooh, I look mysterious. Light off to one side. It's still in the camera though. One of the perks of doing this so much is that editing actually goes pretty quickly. It took me about a half hour to get this thing done. Now what I will do is watch it through Windows Media, see what it looks like. You know, these 2 Minute Tuesdays always end up like 3 Minute Tuesdays.
My name is Dr. Aaron. Welcome to 2 Minute Tuesday.
Alright, should be good. Alright, so all of the administrative stuff for the morning is done. Now I've got 15 minutes until we see patients. That's my favorite thing to do. I get to go out and serve, which is awesome. But first, I like to hit my bands. I've got like exercise bands and stuff so I can get my shoulders and stuff warmed up and I don't hurt myself while adjusting. This part, hey, I'm not interested in showing you guys patient interactions right now. This is mainly just a introduction to what we've got going on here. I want you guys to know what this is all about. Hey, life is fun, business is challenging, but it's not always easy. I want to share the good with the bad with y'all. So, you hear that in the back? Got Gary V's new book, Crushing It. Check it out. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm going to listen to that while I get all pumped up. Then we'll see you later. So in the interest of complete transparency and honesty, the hardest thing that I'm having trouble with right about now is that our social media presence has grown to a point where I'm pretty excited about it, but our practice is also growing exponentially as well. So we're having a hard time having the same amount of energy, I guess it would be, to keep that social media strong and also, you know, do what I need to do, which is help serve and influence the health of our community. So I just finished up seeing patients, got the 2 Minute Tuesday out there, so if you check that out on our, well, this YouTube channel or our Facebook page, you'll be able to see that. So now I've got just a little bit of time before my next set of patients. I've got a new patient later. I have to mark up some x-rays and go over those, start working on some care plans, and then we do adjusting block, which means I get to go out there and start helping people. You know, that's my favorite because I get to just go out there, roll my sleeves up, and get to work. Alright, so x-rays. So this is the reason that we take pictures and we do such an in-depth exam with people. I mean, this fella has a 40-degree scoliosis that really you'd have no idea without going in there and looking. So sweet, I'm glad we did it. Now we figure out how to help the guy. So one of the fun questions that I get asked quite a bit is, how the heck are you videoing so much when you're actually at work? And how do you have time for all this stuff? The answer is I don't. I just spend a lot of extra time when I'm done. But the cool thing is, with all these different cameras, we get to do some surround sound of day in the life of old Dr. E. Another thing that's pretty cool is a lot of local people have asked me kind of how I go about shooting the videos, and if you're not somebody who's into this, what kind of camera do I have and things like that. And really, the camera that I'm talking to right now is a base model Canon Rebel. I just put a decent little lens on it, and I actually do a lot with my Galaxy S8, and then that's a moment lens, so it's a wide angle. And so what I'll do is I'll just kind of have this thing looking at us, and then I could put that little guy anywhere, right? And so now you're able to basically see what I see, or look at me from this angle. Chiropractic is my passion, it's my life's goal. Filming and editing and vlogging is actually a pretty awesome hobby that I've gotten into, and I really like it as well. So being able to shoot these little videos for you guys and over the near future here, basically bringing you along in my day-to-day is going to be a lot easier when I try to merge the two. There's no curve there. There needs to be a curve there. Now see, it's pretty simple, because now I can go in here, see what my other view looks like. So I just got a Facebook message from one of our patients. The 2 Minute Tuesday, I made an analogy about how once you get done with care, we're basically like restoring an old car. And I said, maybe some days you want to drive that old car real slow on a Sunday with the top down. And she joked that this old car is not going to be running around with the top down. Totally didn't think about that when I put it, but it's hilarious. So that's funny. One thing that we really pride ourselves on in our clinic is the use of technology and using technology to be certain in what we're doing, and then using that certainty to make sure we get great results for a lot of people. And so what will happen now is that I take these x-rays, right, and I'll look at, say, this fellow with a significant scoliosis, and we will link that up with some scans that we do on the person, and I'll pull those up here in just a quick second. Hear that sound? That's going to be awesome. We're working on a pretty sweet video project. I'm not going to use the word commercial because commercial sounds bad, but it's going to be great. So here we've got all the info pulled up. What we do is we take the x-ray, we'll put it on one side, and then I take the results of the scans, put it on the other. And what we can do then is we can look at the position of the bones, and then look and see what effect that has on the muscle tension or the hypertonicity or lack thereof of the muscles. And then I could look at what that's doing to thermal regulation or distribution of heat, say, through that spine, right? I'm telling you guys, chiropractors tend to have a bad reputation for just cracking backs, but when you look into the intricacies of things and you take it down as serious as possible, you can really do some big things in this. And so what's awesome is now that I've got this all set up, at 2:30 when this fella comes in, we're going to go over all the results and let him know what we can do to help. Do you know what the perks of having another chiropractor in your office is? She can fix me. Give me a second. I'm gonna go get adjusted. And now that I'm done with that, my 3-axis phone gimbal is messing up, so I have to make a warranty claim. Things like twitches and does all sorts of weird stuff. And I like that a lot. You should check those out if you don't have one, especially if you like doing like vlogs and catching B-roll and stuff like that. It's actually pretty sweet. All right, well, it's 7 o'clock. We're just getting ready to get out of here. Last patient's just left. Yes, we do close at 6. I am nothing but grateful for having enough people that want to come in and get dealt their Apex Advantage, which if you guys follow the Apex website, you know what that means, that I can come in here and have to stay late because I have more people to serve. So definitely not going to complain about that. I did get a pretty awesome book from a fellow today. Ryan, thank you, dude. Back mechanic. I'm going to have to look at that. You know, one thing that happens frequently in chiropractic is everybody loves to talk about pain, pain, pain. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a pain doctor at all. I'm a nervous system guy. I want to help bodies function optimally. So anything that I can do to learn more on ways to help our patients maintain their results, be strong, have nice, awesome, strong cores where they can maintain their adjustments, yeah, I'm in. So I'm going to wrap up the vlog for today. I need to go home, spend some time with my kids and my wife, have some supper, get my run in. I didn't forget about the race prep vlogs. Guys, it's super boring in my basement. Nobody wants to watch me run on a treadmill. So I'm still, as soon as it gets bright outside or as soon as it gets warm enough that we can be outside, we're going to do that and keep moving with that and have some fun with those vlogs. Really? Man, it's been a long day, but I love it. I'm going to wake up and we're going to do it all over again in the morning. We'll see you then.